Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to CCBC Dundalk. And we are here for the second day of our season opening mixer. As the tradition continues here this season, we're going to toss things over to our PA announcer, Byron Reed, for the introductions and the starting lineups right now. Same starting lineup for the Catonsville Cardinals as yesterday. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the Northampton Community College Spartans. So both starting lineups are the same for both teams. And now we're going to turn things back over to our PA announcer, Byron, for the national anthem. Because of copyright reasons, we can't play the national anthem, so we'll have some silence. We'll be right back after the national anthem. All right, Aaron Thomas back here in the broadcast booth. This, like I said, is day 2 of the season opening mixer here at CCBC Dundalk. First day was a success. Both CCBC teams came away with wins. CCBC Catonsville got the win over Mercer Community College, and CCBC Dundalk got the win over Northampton Community College. Should be an interesting matchup as the two teams will switch opponents. Catonsville will play Northampton Community College today, and the Lions of CCBC Dundalk will take on Mercer Community College in game 2 of our doubleheader. The refs have taken the court, and the teams are getting their final speeches from their coaches, and they're filing out onto the court. The Cardinals of CCBC Catonsville in the black jerseys, and the Spartans of Northampton Community College in the white jerseys. It was an exciting afternoon of basketball yesterday, and it should be even more exciting here this afternoon. Referee blows the whistle, and we're going to start our opening tip. Kelman tipping for the Spartans. Moody tipping for the Cardinals. First possession of the game will go to the Spartans. Jones over to Burke. Kelman down on the low block. They decide to go over to Gray, who comes up from the shoulder. Over to Jones. Jones pulls the three. It's good. First shot of the game from Jones is a good three-pointer. Jones was held quiet yesterday in his game against the Lions. You know he wants to come out here and play well in this game after being held almost scoreless yesterday. Gibson tries to go back with a three of his own, is no good, in and out. Doesn't get much closer than that without going in. Here comes Burke, splits the defense, gets into the painted area, lays it in for two. I think he was looking at the referee thinking he was going to get a foul call, but regardless, he'll take the 2 free points. 5-0. We've almost played a full minute. Gibson over to Montague, right into the painted area, flows over to Moody. Moody takes the contact, and he'll go to the line to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. Moody, he's a stat stuffer on this Cardinals team. He's not one of the guys who's going to stand out at you as a supreme athlete or a supreme jump shooter or anything like that, but he's a guy who is going to fill the stat sheet with blocks, rebounds, points, and assists. He can do it all for his team, and he's a big part of this Cardinals team, and he's got an opportunity to get 3 points here, and he does. Makes good on the foul shot. The score is 5-3 right now. And a timeout taken by the Spartans. The first timeout of the game. Always a bummer when you have to waste a timeout so early in the game on an inbounds play like that. It should be a 30-second timeout, I believe. The keys to victory for these two teams, I believe the key to victory for Northampton Community College is get out to a fast start. In their game against the Lions yesterday, they got out to a very slow start. They were able to crawl back into the game late in the first half, early in the second half. But once they got down by more than 20 points, and they had to crawl all the way back to cut it to a single-digit lead, they had just exerted too much energy at that point and couldn't complete the comeback. That's why I believe the key for the Spartans is a fast start, and they've done just that, as the score is 5-3 right now. Keys to victory for the Cardinals: play their game. Yesterday, the Cardinals forced a lot of turnovers, particularly with the steal. I think if they can do that here today, jump the passing lanes, and they do that just right there. Montague Wright jumps the passing lane. The ball goes out of bounds. Like to see that sportsmanship there from Burke and Wright as he helps Wright up after both players take the fall. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Cardinals, so the Spartans will still have possession. Jones running the point for the Spartans, gets past Gibson, takes the dribble handoff to Sloan. Sloan wanted to find Kelman, who was rolling to the basket, but too many black jerseys over there. Burke rips the three. It's no good. It's off the side of the rim. The Cardinals can't get the rebound. This will be another possession for the Spartans here under their own basket. They restart the shot clock as well. Gray in the painted area, uses the glass. The bank's open this early in the day. And right there, he cashed that check for 2 points. 7-3 is the score after the basket. Montague Wright. Coker flashing into the middle, decides to go back. Wright takes the pick from Page into the painted area, off the rim. Is no good, but Page gets the rebound over to Moody. Moody, what a block by Gray. Moody with a good play to spin off that shoulder, work into the middle of the painted area, but Gray followed him to it, elevated up, and got the block. Gray had a couple really nice blocks in the game against the Lions yesterday. I know he wants to pick up right where he left off yesterday and continue inviting people over to the block party. Sloan down to Kelman, down low, right back to Sloan. Sloan fakes the three, goes over to Burke. Nice play by Gibson to get a hand on it and force the turnover, as Burke had Jones in the corner for an open three. But good defensive effort by the Cardinals. Nice play there by the Cardinals to set up the easy basket by Gibson. That's a three-man game. Montague Wright takes the pick from Page. Gibson cuts back door, gets the pass on the baseline, finishes it, puts it in for 2 points, gets fouled. He has an opportunity for 3 points the old-fashioned way. Score right now is 7-5. We've almost played a full 3 minutes in the first half. First substitution of the game coming in for the Spartans, number 1, Edwin Lopez. He was the first sub off the bench in yesterday's game against the Lions. Same thing here in the game against the Cardinals. So they missed the foul shot, but the Cardinals bail out Gibson and they get the rebound, and now they have an opportunity, instead of getting 1 point, to maybe get 2 or 3. Gibson going right past Lopez, throws over to Montague right on the corner for 3. It's good. They don't want the 1 point. They'll take 3 instead, right with the corner 3. And now the Cardinals have their first lead of the game, 8-7. Sloan, dribble handoff to Burke. Burke takes the pick from Kelman, wants to shoot, decides to come back out. Now gets past Page. Lopez in the corner retaliates with a 3 of his own. It's off the rim. Gibson thought he had the breakaway on that long rebound, but Page got called for the defensive holding. Much like a football play there. He's got to move his body, move the feet. Tried to just stay in front of him with the body instead of shuffling the feet. You get whistled for that every time, especially when you're right in front of the referee. 16 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half. The score is 8-7. Lopez over to Sloan. Sloan fakes the pass. Goes down low to Gray. Gray gets rejected by the rim. Coker with the rebound. He's got his head up. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Passes cross court to Gibson. Gibson, pull up jumper. No good. Who's going to get the rebound? Moody's there. Out the right. Jab step, turn around. Page on the block, face up. Gibson takes the pass from Page, and now he's going to restart. Fresh new shot clock after that shot hit the rim. Gibson gets past Lopez into the painted area, takes the foul, and buries it for 2 points. My goodness, Gibson. He was the driving force offensively in the first half in the Cardinals game yesterday. He had 14 points once we got into halftime. I think Gibson is trying to double that here, as he is already off to a fast start offensively. Right now, the score is 10-7. Remember, Gibson was fouled on that, so after this timeout, Gibson will go back to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. We have a timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll be back right after this. All right, the timeout is over. Keandre Gibson and the rest of the Cardinals are back out onto the court, and Gibson will take his foul shot and try and complete the 3-point play. His team is up by 3 right now, 10-7. And Gibson doesn't get that friendly roll off the front of the rim, and you can see the look of disappointment on his face. Edwin Lopez, good pressure there by Gibson, but it opens up the middle of the court, and Kelman finishes for 2 points. Easy there. Kelman gets the ball in the middle of the paint, spins off that back shoulder and puts it in for 2 points. Page flashes. Gibson decides to take the pick from Moody instead. I think he thought Moody was going to roll after the pick. Now Burke, one-on-one. He's fouled. That's a good foul by the Cardinals. Make Burke go to the line and earn it. The Spartans really struggled shooting the foul shots yesterday in their game against the Lions. That's a big reason why they found themselves down by 20 points multiple times in that game. Burke will take the foul shots here. 15 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first half. 10-9 is the score. Burke ties it up with that foul shot. And Gibson getting some words of encouragement from his head coach, Great White. Coach White, a very passionate, fiery man. He loves his team. I spoke to him at halftime of yesterday's game in his team's victory over the in his team's victory over the Vikings. Right pull-up jumper's good. That's his spot right there on that shoulder. He gets past the pick, gets around his defender, and elevates as soon as he has the space. Wright is the kind of player who can score from anywhere on the court. You got to watch out for him when he has the ball in his hand. A nice steal by Gibson. Gibson, he's got numbers. Can he pick the head up and try and find somebody? He almost got called for the travel there. Wright, transition three, doesn't hit anything, but Page gets the rebound over to Coker. Nice block by Sloan, but the possession arrow will stay with the Cardinals. Man, that wasn't very pretty. Montague Wright will take the inbounds play. Over to Gibson, over to Moody. Moody on the block. He gets fouled. Doesn't get the friendly roll off the front of the rim. That's what I said about Moody. He's not one of those players who's going to stand out at you with his offensive ability, but he's one of those players who just does the dirty work for this team, gets down low, gets the rebounds, makes the easy baskets when they're there. But let's see if he can make his free throws. I started to say before the play got going, Coach White was not happy with his team's performance at the line. They missed a lot of foul shots in yesterday's game, which helped the Vikings get back into the game on a couple different occasions. He wanted to see his team shoot better from the charity stripe, which I think every coach at any level of basketball can agree with that. You want to see your team make good on those easy opportunities, and Moody walks away from the stripe empty-handed, missed both foul shots. Sloan can't control that heavy pass. Goes out of bounds. Eddie Harry into the game for the first time for the Cardinals. You got to watch out for Harry. He is one of the taller players on this Cardinals team, but he can stretch it out, hit that three-pointer, and hit the mid-range jumper. He did hit a three in yesterday's game, hit a couple jumpers. Harry thought about the three after getting the cross-court pass, decided to go to Gibson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gibson takes the pick from Coker into the middle, loses control of the ball, but gets it back. Moody, three, in the corner, no good, but Harry with the putback, misses it. But Gibson's there for the rebound. And you know, when Gibson's getting rebounds, that's not good for your team, because Gibson, one of the shorter players, he got the rebound, put it in, but the basket was waved off because he traveled before he got the shot up in the air. So the score will still be 12-11 with just under 14 minutes left. Cardinals still up in this one, though, but not by much. Lopez thought about the triple, goes over to Burke. Burke's got an open triple if he wants it, but he's going to drive. Step back jumper, no good. That's an air ball. Coker over in the corner to Moody. Moody over to Montague Wright, over to Harry. Harry thought about the triple. Coker will take the triple instead. Off the side of the rim, no good. That is out of bounds, last touched. They're going to say last touch by the Cardinals. Interesting. I thought that was last touch by number 21, Joe Cardenga of the Spartans. Referee saw it the other way, though, so the Spartans will have possession here. Edwin Lopez with the ball. Good defense here by Keandre Gibson. Nice play by Lopez to spin off, finds Burke. Burke, jab step. Now picks up the dribble, pass over to Lopez. Lopez calls out a play. He's got 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Takes the pick. Over to Kelman. Kelman back to Lopez. Lopez puts the dribble down, and it's a steal. He tried to force that pass. Two black jerseys over there, and he ended up paying for it. Gibson getting the play from his coach on the sideline, telling his teammate Moody to just slow down. Moody, his eyes were just a little bit too big there. Moody must have picked that pivot foot up before you put the ball down on the ground. We'll have a timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll be back right after this. The score is 12-11 with 12 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. All right, the timeout is over. Two teams are filing back out onto the court. Lions are up in this one 12-11 right now. 12 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. It's been a back and forth game. Neither team really able to establish much of a lead at any point. Lopez over to Burke. Burke over to Kelman, who's cuts up. Thought about the jumper there. Now over into the corner. Burke rips the triple. The shot will not count. Offensive foul on the Spartans. Number 21. Coach White. Montague Wright with the ball on his hand. Over to Coker in the corner near the baseline. Jab step over to Harry. Harry takes the jumper. He's fouled. Doesn't get much closer to making that. That ball went about halfway through the rim and then decided, I don't want to give you the 2 points. But he got fouled in the act of shooting, so he'll go to the line, try to earn those 2 points the hard way. I said it earlier in the broadcast when Harry first came into the game. You got to watch out for him. He's one of the taller players on this Cardinals team, but he can stretch the floor, he can hit the three, and he can definitely hit that mid-range jumper. It's definitely the shot he likes to hit. I talked to him after the game yesterday against Mercer Community College. He said he's been putting a lot of shots up in the gym, and he just wants to be one of those players that his teammates can rely on. And right now, this weekend, it looks like he can be one of those players for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals team. Harry misses the second free throw. He made good on the first one, though. Burke slows down, now drives, and a call on Montague Wright. They put that arm out. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties are trying to get squared away. Now we're all good. Substitution just came back into just came into the game for the Cardinals is a number 32, Ursi Tony. Drive by the Spartans. Loose balls on the ground. It goes out of bounds. Who was it last touched by? The referees are going to say it was last touched by the Cardinals. So the possession arrow will stay with the Spartans. Man, with the threes, good in the corner, and you give up a three right off an inbounds play. And that'll drive a coach crazy. And once again, we're having the same problems we had in yesterday's game with the shot clock. The people at the scores table having a hard time restarting the shot clock after a possession. We saw that happen a couple times in our game with the Lions and the Spartans yesterday. Trying to get those technical difficulties squared away gives Coach White an opportunity to talk to his players. You can see the look of frustration on his face, not happy with his team after giving up a wide open three on an inbounds play. We're squared away, restarted here. Gibson over to Wright. Wright launches a three, tries to retaliate with one of his own and dies. Back-to-back triples. 16-14 now. The Cardinals back in the lead. Edwin Lopez. Over to Burke. Corner three. Back-to-back threes for these two teams. 17-16. The Spartans up once again. The Spartans 17, the Lions 16. This is a back-and-forth contest. Edwin Lopez, good defense on Gibson right now, and the whistle away from the foul, or excuse me, away from the ball. And the Spartans are in the bonus. So go to the line for the 1-and-1. Right, can't make it. He does chase down his own rebound, though, so he'll get an opportunity to restart this possession. He throws the long pass out to Gibson. Gibson, nice dribble, gets into the paint, puts it off the glass. Man, the bank is open for Gibson today. That is the fourth time he's used the bank on the layup. And Gibson is on fire right now, really driving the offensive train for the Cardinals in the early part of this game. Burke, step back, pass to Lopez. Lopez looking for somebody to pass to, finds Sloan, or excuse me, that's Davey. Burke picks up the dribble, finds somebody to pass to, and a bailout foul there by Coker. Pass to Lopez. Lopez over to Man. Man down low to Davey. Davey loses control of the ball. It's a loose ball. Man comes up with it. The Spartans still in control. Didn't restart the shot clock, though. He's almost trapped in the corner, but he's able to get it to Burke. Burke for three. Good! That's 3 straight threes for the Spartans, and this game has been broken up wide open. The Spartans now lead 20-18. Montague Wright with the air ball. And what a block by Davey. Oh, man, what a defensive possession by the Spartans. Montague Wright takes the long three. It's no good. Tony got the rebound, but he was met at the rim by Davey, who sent it back. Welcome to the block party, young man. Refreshments are on the bench. And with under 10 minutes left in the first half, the score is 20-18 in favor of the Spartans. Man, lays the shoulder into Coker, and he got called for it. And Coker getting an earful from his coach, Coach White, right now. Substitution coming to the game for Man. That is Sloan. Number 32, Ezekiel Sloan, one of the 5 starters for the Spartans team. So he's back into the game after playing earlier in the game. Gibson frustrated with Tony as he didn't roll to the basket after giving him the pick. But Gibson doesn't need it as he absorbs the contact and puts in the teardrop floater. Man, Gibson is on fire right now, and he hasn't even taken an outside shot yet. Everything Gibson has gotten has been in the painted area. That's something Coach White is going to be happy about. Burke almost got back with a triple of his own. Gibson over to Tucker. Tucker with the ball. He gets blocked at the rim by Sloan, or excuse me, Davey. Lopez picks up the dribble. 2 points, and he'll have an opportunity for 3 the old-fashioned way. What a play by Lopez to absorb the contact and still use the glass and put it in for 2. This game's starting to fall apart right now for the Cardinals. The Lions getting things going offensively. A far cry from the Cardinals' defensive game plan yesterday. The Cardinals forced a lot of turnovers in their game against the Mercer Community College Vikings. Here in their game against the Spartans are having their way, and the scoreboard reflects it. 23-20 is the score right now with 9 minutes left in the first half. Gibson calling out the play. Page is there for the pick right at the 3-point line. Gibson decides to go the opposite direction. Pass over to Tucker. Tucker gets in the air, finishes, but the basket is waved off. They're going to say Tucker shuffled the feet before going for the shot. So the score will remain 23-20. Spartans 23, the Cardinals 20. Randolph over to Burke. Burke to Gray. Over to Sloan. Sloan over to Randolph. Randolph back to Sloan. Randolph takes the pick from Gray. Finds Sloan behind the three-point line. Tries to rock Coker to sleep. Picks up the dribble. And that's going to be a jump ball. Good defensive play there by Tucker. The possession arrow is in favor of the Cardinals, so they will have possession now with 8 minutes and 25 seconds left. A good defensive play by the Cardinals. Sloan got in near the painted area with the hop step, but once he picked up his dribble, he got caught. Gibson dribble handoff to Coker. Coker into the paint, puts up the floaters. Good. 2 points for Coker. Here's Randolph. Nice spin by Randolph. Excuse me. Burke over to Sloan. Sloan puts the shoulder into Coker. Jab step couple times, gets over to the baseline, but before Coker can get before Sloan can get the shot, Coker bails him out with the foul. And Coker's disappointed with himself for that foul, but I think that's a good foul. Make him earn the points at the line, not in the bonus yet. So use those fouls while you still have them. Under 8 minutes left here in the first half. Score 23. The Spartans 23. The Cardinals 22. Burke finds Randolph. Randolph thought about the three. Pass over to Gray. Gray, pull-up jumper is no good. Here's Gibson. Gibson with the run. Behind the back pass to Wright. Wright, step out, finds Page, cutting to the basket. He is fouled hard. Takes a hard landing, but he gets up, hops right back up. He's a tough kid. Watches a lot of hockey. Harvey Page will go to the line and try and cut into this lead. Maybe even take the lead if he can make both foul shots. The Cardinals, once again, struggling from the line, much like they did in yesterday's game. But with that one free throw, they'll tie the game up at 23. Page can't hit the second, but he did his work, tying the game up at 23 apiece. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. Good defense there by Moody. Forces the turnover. Montague Wright doesn't have numbers, but he does have space. Moody tries to go up for the slam dunk alley-oop, but he can't jump that high. Sloan almost got caught with the double team, but he was able to spin out of it. Davey puts his back into defender, puts up the shoulder jumpers, no good. He should have been called for the offensive foul there. He put that shoulder right into the Cardinals defender. Gibson lullabies the defender to sleep, puts up the jumpers, no good. But who will come down with the rebound? The Spartans do. They have numbers, but what a steal by Wright. Wright with the three in transition, no good. The Spartans get the rebound. Wright with the great three-pointer, with the great steal, but he couldn't make it happen with the three. Davies got to find somebody to pass to. He's trapped in the middle of the court. He finally finds Sloan, and Sloan passes over to Randolph, who calls out the play and decides to slow things down with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dribble handoff to Burke. Burke gets past, step back threes, nope. Decides against it. Over to Davey. Davey to Randolph. Randolph between the legs, tries to spin off his defender. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gibson of the Cardinals. So with 2 seconds left, Burke will take the inbounds play. They need to get a quick shot off. Just the minute somebody touches that ball, the shot clock will restart. Burke, quick pass right back to him for three. It's good! What a play by Burke and the Spartans. Burke is absolutely on fire from downtown. having some technical difficulties once again. And now we'll have a timeout on the court taken by the Spartans. And man, Burke is really on fire, lighting up those threes. What a play there by the Spartans. You always got to watch out for the inbounder on that play. With the quick inbounds play, usually they want to get that ball right back to the person who threw the inbounds pass, and that's exactly what they did. And that was a deep three by Burke. But he must be a Steph Curry fan. Timeout taken on the court. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back after this. The score, the Spartans 26, the Lions 23. All right, the two teams are back out onto the court. Timeout is over. We are ready to play the final couple minutes of this first half. Whistle blows. Gibson calling out the play. Lamar a step in the game for the first time. Harry pull-up jumper off the front of the rim. Goes out of bounds, last touched by the Spartans, so possession arrow will stay with the Cardinals. They'll have a fresh shot clock after Harry's shot hit the front of the rim. Gibson, the ball, has a pick from Moody, decides not to use it. Tucker flashes back door, but good defense there by Davis. Foul there by the Spartans, number 14, Nasir Randolph. Gibson will go to the foul stripe line for the 1-and-1. Gibson makes good on that first one. 26-24, Actually, the Spartans are into the double bonus. He was going to shoot two regardless. Gibson makes good on both foul shots. Gives himself a little pat on the chest. He's feeling good about himself, and he has every reason to, because he is playing very well, and he's a big reason why his team is only down by 1 point. Randolph over to Sloan. Sloan, jab step. Takes the pick from Davey. Sloan over to Davis. And a carry. Rafael Davis gets called for the carry. You're not Michael Jordan, son. You're going to get called for that every time. Harry thought about the three, decided to pump fake instead, picks up his dribbles, got to find somebody to pass to. Pass over to Gibson, who throws it down low to Tucker. Tucker's banging on the block, puts up the points, and he gets called for the offensive foul. I thought Tucker was banging that body a little bit too hard. He faded baseline, put up the baby hook, made it, but doesn't get the 2 points as he's whistled for the offensive foul. And with 5 minutes left in the first half, the Spartans are up 26-25. Sloan, jab step at Tucker, now drives baseline, gets past Tucker, puts it up, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 points. Head coach for the Spartans, Brennan McCarthy, has to be a lot happier with his team's output in this game. Yesterday in their game against the CCBC Dundalk Lions, they got down big early in the game. They were able to cut into the lead, scoring 10 unanswered points going into halftime, and then cutting the lead down to single digits early in the second half, but they still ended up losing the game by more than 20 points. It's a tough outing for the Spartans. But here, in their game against the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals, this is much better for them. They find themselves up early, or in the early part of this game, 28-25. Gibson gets past, throws off the pick. It's blocked at the rim. Moody wanted the foul call, but he didn't get one. Coach White calling for his team to press up. They're not doing that right now, and they allow them to get up easily. Sloan with the three in transition. He decides against it. Brendan McCarthy, head coach for the Spartans, wants his team to slow things down, restart this possession. Sloan takes double pick, pull-up jumper is good. Goes around the two picks and hits the jumper right inside of the three-point line. 30-25 is the score now, just over 4 minutes left. And a moving pick by Moody. That one was pretty obvious. He opened up those hips. Jarrell Burke back into the game for the Spartans. He was driving the offensive train earlier in this game. Randolph calling out the play for the Spartans. Dribble handoff to Burke. Burke tries to spin off right. He's playing good defense right now. Decides to use the pick from Davey instead. Three by Burke off the side of the rim. That's pretty rare. He's hit pretty much every one he's taken so far. But that one was just a little bit too wide. Possession arrow will stay with the Spartans. Burke will have the inbounds play. Watch out for him after he throws the inbound. They want to get that ball right back to him, and they're going to. And they started to. Burke had a nice move, moving out away from the ball. Got himself into a position, but his teammate didn't see him. Wasted opportunity for the Spartans, but you can afford to waste a couple opportunities when you're up 30-25. A nice play there by Tony with the teardrop floater on the baseline to get it over the extended hand of the Spartans defender. 30-27 is the score now with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half. Davis over to Burke. Burke gets the double team, so he passes out to Davis. Davis with the jab step, and he gets called for the travel. That's his second turnover of the game. He got called for the carry, and now he gets called for the travel. And those two turnovers will earn him a seat on the bench. Lopez is back into the game. Edwin Lopez, he was the first sub off the bench for the Spartans in this game, and now he's back in with 3 minutes left in the first half. Nice steal by Davey. He's got a one-on-one break, but Gibson gets in front of him and steals it right back. Nice play by Gibson. Gets past Randolph. Gibson, dribble handoff to Wright. Wright thought about the three, decided to come into the three-point line and take the shot instead, and he has it stolen from him by Burke. And then the bailout foul by Wright will send the Spartans to the line to shoot some foul shots. They are in the double bonus, so he'll shoot two. Spartans 30, the Cardinals 27 right now with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. And a lane violation called on the Spartans, but that was pretty interesting as it seemed pretty obvious that he was pushed. That's what started the lane violation. Burke, the second, is good. So 31-27 is the score now. Or excuse me, he'll have another foul shot. I thought that was his second. They're going to wave off the lane violation call. Burke, the other. Foul shot is good. 32-27 is the score now. Wright over to Gibson, who gives it right back to Wright. Who gives it right back to Gibson. Gibson over to Tony, flashing, now gets into the lane, puts it up off the side of the rim. It's no good, but a whistle blows. It'll go against the Cardinals, so the Spartans will go back to the line once again. The Cardinals in a double bonus. They've got to keep things together. They've got to keep those fouls out of the game right now with the next 2 minutes and 36 seconds. You're just giving away free points every time you foul somebody. Davey makes good on the first one. It's a 6-point lead for the Spartans now. And Davey can't hit the second one, but he gets the rebound back. But actually, it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of the Spartans, though, so they'll get the ball back. 6-point lead for the Spartans, 33-27. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. I want to encourage you to stick around for halftime as we'll have an interview with head coach Great White of the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Burke into the lane, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for two. Burke still driving the offensive train for the Spartans here in this game. Far cry from his performance yesterday, where he really struggled from the field getting going. He did lead his team in scoring, though. But, last week he came off 24-point games and 19-point games. So yesterday, to struggle like he did, it was definitely a surprise. So I was expecting him to come in and light things up here in this mixer. He wasn't able to do that in day one, but he is able to do that here day two against the Cardinals. Ezekiel Sloan is back into the game. Second foul shot is good. Spartans 35, the Cardinals 27. A step over to right. Nice move, puts up the floater. It's off the front of the rim. And a foul on the Spartans, or excuse me, a foul on the Cardinals. And the Spartans will go to the line once again and take some foul shots. And this has been a chippy first half. I'm sure that'll only continue as we move into the second half. Davey misses the first one off the front of the rim. Davey, and I take the second here. Makes good on the second, so goes 1 for 1 from the line. The Spartans 36, the Cardinals 27 now. Gibson calls out the play. He has the pick from Bradley. Or excuse me, Harris. Page into the paint, puts up the shot, it's no good. It's an easy rebound by the Spartans. Page had a contested shot there, but that's a contested shot that he really should make. Nice steal by Gibson. He slides into the scorer's table. But he hops right back up. He's okay. The Spartans will still have possession of the ball, though, here with 1 minute and 43 seconds left in the first half. Lopez spins off the steal attempt from Gibson. Dribble handoff to Sloan. Sloan pass over to Burke. Burke gets past his defender, now into the paint. Pass over to Davey. Davey puts it in for the 2 points in the middle of the paint. It is now an 11-point lead for the Spartans, 38-27. Gibson calls out the play. Coming towards the near sideline. Gets past the defender, now working into the middle of the court. Into the painted area, long floater, a high floater, excuse me. Harris is able to come up with the rebound, puts it up. No good, but Coker gets the rebound. He's blocked from behind. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans. The Cardinals will have possession of the ball. And Gibson pleading the case with the referee. How is that not a foul? It seemed like Coker took a couple shots to the back of the head when he was going up for that shot, but no call. Gibson, long three, is off the back of the rim. A rebound by the Spartans. They can't hold it for the last shot as the shot clock is still on, but with under a minute left, they can take their time here, trying to take as much time off the clock as possible. They already have an 11-point lead, but they'll have an opportunity to grow it here as they'll go to the line and shoot some more foul shots. Lopez makes good. See if he can make good on the second foul shot. Doesn't make good on the first one. Does make good on the second, though, and he extends his team's lead to 12 points. Once again, shot clock is still on, and Gibson is fouled hard. He took a shot to the face there on that steal attempt by the Spartans, and the Cardinals will go to the line with 38 seconds left in the first half. An opportunity to cut this lead to 10 points here with the two foul shots. And no good on that one. A look of frustration on Gibson's face says it all. And it makes good on the second. So he's able to cut into the lead a little bit, making it an 11-point game. Really should have made it a 10-point game. I know Coach White is not going to be happy with his team's free throw shooting right now. He wasn't happy with his team's free throw shooting yesterday. Definitely not going to be happy about it here today. Struggling to get things going offensively. You want to make good on those free points. And a bailout foul by a step. You can't go reaching in like that when you're in the double bonus and you're down by 11 points. And Burke will go to the line to shoot some more foul shots. Second is good. 40-28 is the score now. Gibson going to hold for the last shot as we have 10 seconds left in the half. Two players flash for the pick. He decides to go over to Page. Pull-up jumper by Gibson. It's no good off the front of the rim. That's all she wrote for the first half. The score after the end of one. The Spartans 40, the Cardinals 28. Stick around for a halftime interview with head coach Great White right after this. right, I'm back here in the broadcast booth with the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals coach, Coach White. What did you think about your team's performance in the first half?
We came out sluggish early on. We didn't move the ball well, and we had some costly turnovers, and we missed a lot of free throws in the first half. With us, 6 for 15 from the free throw line, and the other team is 13 for 17 from the free throw line, and that's just the story of the game right now. So we got to knock down free throws. We was in a bonus early, so we just got to take care of the ball and knock down our free throw shots, and slow down a little bit.
So you think those are the keys to victory in the second half?
They are the keys to victory in the second half.
Short, sweet, and to the point. That's why I love interviews. Thank you very much. Good luck. We'll be back for the second half right after this. All right, fans. All right, we are back here for the second half of our game one of our doubleheader. CCBC Catonsville Cardinals against the Northampton Community College Spartans. The score at half. The Spartans are up 40-28. Leading scorers for the two teams at halftime. Keandre Gibson leads the Cardinals with 11 points. And no surprise here, number 5, Jarrell Burke leads the Spartans with 18 points. He was on fire from downtown in the first half. Let's see if he can continue that trend here in the second half. And it wouldn't be CCBC Catonsville, or excuse me, it wouldn't be CCBC Dundalk if we didn't have some technical difficulties right out the gate. The second half starts, and we have to restart it as the shot clock did not start, and neither did the regular clock. Whistle blows once again, and we'll restart it here. This time, everything goes off cleanly. Gibson over to Coker. Coker, he had a foot on the line, so it would have been a 2. Moody gets the rebound. He can't finish it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. Had some fans around me who wanted a foul call. It would have been a good call, as I thought there was a lot of contact on that shot by Moody. Sloan over to Burke. Burke over to Gray. Jones in the corner finds Sloan. Sloan, he's trapped. He's got to get rid of this ball. He does. Gray, now he's trapped, but the Cardinals bail him out. They have him trapped on that shoulder, but they bail him out. They'll get a fresh shot clock and a new possession here. Third personal foul of the game for Gibson. Sloan over to Burke. They close out on Burke quickly. You can't give him any space or he'll launch that 3 like he does right there. That one's off the side of the rim, but Jones gets the rebound. Jones puts up the shot after the rebound. Doesn't finish it, but he absorbs the contact and goes in and puts the shot off the glass, and he'll get an opportunity to earn those 2 points the old-fashioned way at the line. Jones makes good on the first one. Tucker comes into the game. That's a quick substitution here in the second half for Coach White. Tucker comes out, or excuse me, Page comes out and Tucker comes in. Tucker not been the offensive force he was in yesterday's game. Tucker had a couple big jump shots off the bench yesterday. Gibson with a nice move to get to the basket, goes right into the chest. And Gibson really can't catch a break with the referees there. Gibson went into the chest, absorbed the... Gibson went right into the chest, absorbed the contact, and didn't get a call. But when he has a clean seal, he gets a call. And Gibson in some early foul trouble here in the second half. And that'd be a big blow for the Cardinals if he were to leave the game. Hamill goes into the middle of the lane. Nice move to spin off the shoulder. Take a couple steps into the paint and finish with the hook. Right. Fake the handoff to Coker. Three-pointer from Wright is good. 44-31 now after the 3 from Wright. Sloan laying deed up by Wright. Now Burke, jab step. Another jab step, spins off the defender, picks up his dribble, passes it over to Sloan. Sloan over to Gray, on the shoulder, leaning fade jump, no good. Wright wanted the quick outlet pass, but he couldn't get it. And Sloan trying to plead his case with the referee, saying he never touched him. The referee saw it another way. That'll be a foul on Sloan. His team's first foul of the half. Right, jumper off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound by Sloan. And here comes Jones. Jones splits 2 defenders, picks up his dribble, passes it over. If you want to call that a pass, I thought that was an up and down. Sloan unloads the 3, air ball. Coker with the rebound. Up to Gibson. Gibson over to Tucker. Tucker picks up the dribble, goes to Moody. Moody puts the chest right in the body, and he absorbs the contact, puts the shot up. He doesn't make good on it, but he'll go to the line, try to earn 2 points the old-fashioned way. I spoke to Coach White at halftime. He was not happy with his team's performance at the line. missing a lot of foul shots, and the scoreboard reflects it. He said one of his team's keys in the second half was to get to the line and finish at the line. Here, they're doing that right now. Their first opportunity at the line. They make good on the first one. Let's see what the second one is. No good, but a lane violation, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Jones with the ball on his hand. Over to Burke. Burke back to Jones. Jones over to Sloan. Sloan takes the pick from Kelman. Tries to go behind the back, but loses it. But Kelman gets it right back, and Jones scoops it in for 2 points. Nice hustle play there by Kelman to save that ball from going out of bounds. And Jones is able to get the 2 points. Tucker flashes from the corner, and he can't control the pass. Goes out of bounds. Definitely not how the Cardinals wanted to start this second half. We've almost played a full 4 minutes. And the Cardinals are really struggling offensively here in the second half. Jones over to Sloan. Sloan over to Gray. Gray down to Kelman. Kelman absorbs the contact, puts up a shot, but doesn't make it. Tucker got the rebound. He goes over to Gibson. Gibson with a nice Euro step, puts into the lane and absorbs the contact. He'll go to the line for some foul shots. Gibson has been the offensive force for the Cardinals all game long. Really the only Cardinals player consistently hitting any shots in this game. As I said, he was the leading scorer for the Cardinals at halftime with 11 points. He gets his first points of the second half with that foul shot. Gibson makes good on both foul shots, cuts into that lead, makes it a 12-point game. Spartans 36, the Cardinals 34. Jones picks up the dribble, finds Davey. Davey out to Burke. Burke thought about the pass, goes jab step instead. Now cross-court pass to Jones. Jones unleashes a three. It's good! And Jones starting to feel good. He's getting hyped. He's getting hyped up. Tucker gets the ball stolen from him as he was trying to bring it up, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans, so the Cardinals will still have possession. Burke was heating up in the first half. Now Jones is starting to heat up here in the second half, and that is not a good sign if you're a fan of the Cardinals here. The referee brings the ball up to another referee. They're having a discussion at the scorer's table trying to figure it out. And we will restart here. Tucker hits the inbounds pass. Tucker into the lane. He misses the layup. That was a tough layup. Coker, he gets into the lane and he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot some foul shots. Coker, along with Page, really the two players who are struggling the most from the line in this game for the Cardinals. Coker with the foul shot off the end of the iron. Or the back of the iron, excuse me. And Coker makes good on the second. He goes 1 for 1 from the line, so he cuts into the lead, makes it a 14-point lead for the Spartans now. 49-35. Jones comes away with the loose ball after the steal attempt by the Cardinals. Up and under. Gray tried to go back in and put it back with the putback dunk. The referee blows the whistle. Cardinals will have possession here. Cardinals really need to start stringing some baskets together and get back into this game. Gibson out to right, pull up, floater, good with the right hand. Right, that is his shot. He likes that floater in the paint. Burke dribbles through the heavy defense. I don't know how he still has possession of the ball after he got through all those black jerseys. Burke thought about the quick three. Good closeout defense there from Gibson. Jones back to Burke. Burke, nice step, hesitation move. Good, a block by Tucker. Whoa, welcome to the block party, young man. Refreshments are on the bench. And Gray had an easy 2 points there, but Tucker came from the other side of the court and gave him the old Mutombo. Good defensive play there by Tucker to save the basket. You need to get those big defensive plays when you're down by 12 with under 15 minutes left in the game. Let's see if they can string another basket here to Gibson. Turnaround into the lane, throws it over to Moody. Moody with the up and down. Actually, he's going to be called, or they're going to be called for the jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor. The possession arrow is in favor of the Spartans, so they will have possession. So they will have possession of the ball here on the inbounds. The Cardinals still using the press. Their Spartans are able to get through it that time. Burke into the lane. He absorbs the contact. I think he thought he was going to get a foul, but he didn't. Sloan faked the three. Went down low to Davey. Davey couldn't control it. Moody comes with the loose ball. Now Montague Wright is on the run. Wright over to Gibson. Gibson pull up baseline jumper. Good. Stepping over him. What a move by Gibson to get to the baseline and elevate and hit the jump shot. It's a 10-point game now, 49-39. Good press by the Cardinals, but Jones and the Spartans get through it once again. Burke, transition three off the side of the rim, rebounded by Wright. Wright, quick outlet pass to Gibson. Gibson, pull-up jumper, no good off the side of the rim. Nice play there by Gibson to try and get the jumper, and that'll be a foul on Wright. Got a little bit too greedy trying to go in there with the pick. Just over 13 minutes left here in the second half. Score is 49-39 in favor of the Spartans. Burke picks up his dribble, so he's got to pass it. He passes to Gray. Gray passed it to Kelman down low. Kelman absorbed the contact. He didn't get the whistle. And here's Wright. Wright, transition three. Oh, no good. Just in and out. Moody almost with the putback dunk, but Kelman gets the rebound. Kelman pass to Jones. Jones has got to hurry up and get the ball past the half-court line. Good defense by the Cardinals, and a foul on Wright. Man. That was a close call. It doesn't get much closer than that, but probably the right call. Wright did seem like he was diving a little bit on the steal attempt. Terrell Mann checked into the game for the Spartans. Mann thought about the three there. Jab step. Pass to Kelman. Kelman over to Burke. Burke into the lane. He wanted a foul call, but they don't give it to him. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Cardinals. It looked like that ball last touch by the Spartans. Regardless, Coach White wants a timeout. He'll take one and get one. 12 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. The Spartans are up 49 to 39 on the Cardinals. The Cardinals playing better here in the second half, but still not well enough to cut into the lead and make it a single-digit game. We'll take a timeout with the two teams, and we'll be back right after this. And I'm back here for the second half action. It's a pleasure to be joined in the broadcast booth by one of the CCBC Dundalk Lions players, point guard Mike White. How are you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. It's a lovely afternoon for basketball. What were your thoughts on your team's victory yesterday?
I just feel like we got off to a good start. We played good defense. We could have hit some shots, but we played a lot of good defense and keyed in on the rebounding and just finishing out our possessions with a rebound and just getting out in transition.
Now, I'm sure you watched some of the Mercer Community College game yesterday. So did you see anything in that game that lets you know that you guys got a good chance today, or maybe some of the keys to victory for your game later this afternoon?
We should take a couple charges. We want to shoot a good free throw percentage, and we want to not turn the ball over either, and just get out and run in transition, make our open shots and our layups, and finish out every defensive possession with a rebound.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' game later this afternoon. We're back here in our first game of the doubleheader. Jones gets tripped up, and Gibson gets called for the trip. Didn't really see much of an extension on the leg. It seemed like the feet just got tangled up, but the referee saw it a different way, and he calls the trip. So Gibson, he's really in the foul trouble right now. That is his third personal foul of the game. You can't be giving the Spartans easy possessions here when you're down by 10. Burt comes in, elevates high, gets the rebound. I don't think he was able to get the timeout, was he? Oh, they're going to say he was. I thought that was going to be ruled an up and down or a travel, but he was able to get the timeout in time. This has been an interesting game, and the Spartans have really dominated for the most part. Well, they've dominated for the entire game. The Cardinals have made it close at one point, even took the lead earlier in the first half. But ever since then, it's been all Spartans. But the Cardinals still fighting. We'll take a timeout with the two teams and be back right after this. All right, we are back for the final 12 minutes of the second half. Jones with possession of the ball. Pass over to Burke. Burke had trouble controlling that ball, but the loose ball was picked up by the Spartans, so they'll still have possession. Just over 10 seconds on the shot clock. Need to get something going here. Kelman over to Jones. Jones with the corner three. No good, but he got his own rebound, worked his way into the paint, puts up the shot. He got fouled. He'll go to line for some foul shots. That's been the story of the game for both these teams. Both teams shooting a lot of foul shots, but one of the teams is making their foul shots and the other one isn't. And I'm sure you can guess which team it is based off the scoreboard. Jones, the second free throw is good. He missed the first one, made the second one. So 50-39 is the score. Just under 12 minutes left here in the contest. Tucker drives right into the body, decides to come back out. Now drives baseline, throws the pass over to Moody, but before the pass, the whistle was blown on the Spartans. So the Cardinals will still have possession here, and they'll have a fresh shot clock. Inbound to Moody. Moody into the lane, rolls back into the middle, doesn't get the friendly roll off the rim. It goes out of bounds. The Spartans' Terrell Mann had the ball in between his legs. He couldn't get control of it before he fell out of bounds. So possession arrow will stay with the Cardinals, and they will have a fresh shot clock once again. Coker to Tucker on the baseline. Tucker puts the body in, tries to spin baseline. It's the ball stolen from him in the act of shooting. Here's Mann over to Jones. Mann feeds the pass from Jones. Burke drives baseline. Three-pointer off the side of the rim. Gray gets the rebound and puts it in for two off the glass. 11 minutes. The Spartans 52, the Cardinals 39. Gibson, transition three is good! Gibson really driving the offensive train for the Cardinals. They're going to say a foot was on the line. I thought that was a three. Actually, they're going to give him the three now. Gibson thought about going all the way, decided to go back. Actually, a correction. They have given him a two. They've ruled that his foot was on the line, so that was not a three. Tucker is met at the rim by Gray. What a huge block, but a late whistle. And they're going to say Gray had his foot on the line when he got the rebound. That's why they called it out of bounds. But, man, Gray, he had a couple really nice blocks in the game against the Lions yesterday, and he's had a couple really nice blocks against the Cardinals as well. Gray, much like Moody for the Cardinals, is not one of those players where you're going to see him put up a large point total or a large rebound number, but he's going to be one of those players who gives you a little bit of everything, gives you a couple points, couple rebounds, and a couple blocks, and you always need players like that on your team. Harris feeds the pass over to Gibson. Gibson over to Coker. Coker drives into the lane, puts it in off the glass for two, and he'll have an opportunity to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. He'll go to the line, and the Cardinals have finally made this a single-digit game. The score right now is the Spartans 52, the Cardinals 43, and with just over 10 minutes left, the Cardinals have new life, now only down by 9. Coker makes good on the foul shot, and that's 3 points for Coker on that possession. It's now an 8-point game. Spartans 52, Cardinals 44. Spartans need to get a basket here on this possession. Man has it stolen away from him in the air. Tony comes away with the loose ball, and I thought he was going to be called for the travel, but Kelman was actually called for the foul. And the team's in the 1-and-1, so he'll go to the line with an opportunity. Tony will take the first of his 2 foul shots, or excuse me, the first of his 1-and-1. He will not get a second foul shot after missing the first one. Got to make good on those opportunities when you're been down for so long and you're trying to claw back into the game. Jones over to Man. Man finally puts the ball on the ground over to Burke. Burke, good defense by Gibson. Burke picks up his dribble, throws it over to Davey. Davey down low. And a trip call on Tony of the Cardinals will send the Spartans to the line for a 1-and-1. 9 minutes and 24 seconds left in the game, and Edwin Lopez comes into the game for the Spartans, seeing his first action of the second half. Can't make good on the first one, so he won't get a second opportunity. Can't make the Cardinals pay. Gibson right into the lane, puts a shot up. I think he absorbed some contact there. I think he thought he was going to get the whistle for the foul, but instead it's just a missed shot. The jump ball is called on the rebound, and the Cardinals had the possession arrow, so they'll get the ball inbounds over to Gibson, and Gibson rips it for 3. Spartans 52, Cardinals 47. It's a 5-point game. Burke down low, no good, but a foul on the Cardinals. So Cartagena will go to the line once again. So after missing the 1-and-1 earlier in the game, or earlier in the second half, Cartagena makes good on this opportunity, so he will get a second foul shot. And that time he makes both of them, so 2 for 2 from the line. Spartans 54, Cardinals 47 now, just under 9 minutes left here in the game. Harry is there to give the pick to Gibson. He rolls, but he decides to go to Coker instead. Coker with the floater in the lane is no good. Can he get his own rebound? He can't. Davey got the rebound. Here's Lopez. Lopez with a nice spin. Now finds Burke. Burke, nice play. Baseline jumper, in and out. Doesn't get much closer without going in. Moody almost has the ball stolen from him, but he gets the ball back. Harry, he had a foot on the line and he buries it for 3! What a shot by Harry! He had his foot on the line, I'm sorry. And Harry, his foot, he had a quarter inch of his toe on the line. That's why it was a 2-pointer. Doesn't get much closer to being a 3 than that. Harry could have made it a 3-pointer if he would have finished on the foul shot, but he did not. He missed it. And a timeout taken before the jump ball was called. Spartans 54, the Cardinals 49. Is very much still a game here at CCBC Dundalk. It's a 5-point game. The Cardinals have worked hard to claw their way back into this game. Let's see if they can complete the comeback. They are running out of time. There's a timeout on the court. We'll take one too. We'll be back right after this. All right, the two teams are back out onto the court. The timeout is over, and with 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game, the Spartans are up 54-49. Coming into the second half, they had a double-digit lead. Since then, the Cardinals have whittled it down to 5. But let's see if they have enough energy to try and complete the comeback effort. Burke over to Mann. Mann gets called for the travel. And he pretty much jumped out of his shoes before he dribbled that ball. That was a pretty obvious travel, and he'll have a seat on the bench as starter number 32, Ezekiel Sloan, comes back into the game for the Spartans. The Cardinals will have an opportunity to cut into this lead a little bit more, possibly even make this a one-possession game. Gibson over to Coker. Coker had Harris down low but didn't see him, but he didn't need it as he got past his defender, put in the floater with the left hand. It's a 3-point game. The Spartans find their point guard, Edwin Lopez, who gives it back to Sloan. Cross-court pass to Burke. Burke back to Lopez. Lopez over to Sloan. Sloan, Davey. Davey spins off his defender. He gets his own rebound after the missed shot. And a jump ball possession arrow will go in favor of the Cardinals. A good play there by Davey to spin and get an open shot, but he wasn't able to make the first shot. Once he got his own rebound, he had too many black jerseys around him and he wasn't able to get the 2 points. The defensive chant from the Spartans bench. Oh, what a play by the Cardinals! Gibson, what a play by Gibson. Man, he has an opportunity to tie that game up. Lullabied his defender to sleep, put the ball up with the floater, absorbed the contact, and still finished. And he has an opportunity to tie this game up. Woo! Mama, there goes that man. And Gibson ties the game up. It's a brand new ball game here at the Lions Den. 54-54 with just under 7 minutes to go. Edwin Lopez into the paint, finds Davey, who finishes it with 2 hands. What a bunk. What a dunk. Gibson awaits the call from his coach, and he's not going to get one as he's going to take a timeout. And White is on. Coach White for the Cardinals is on the court, giving Everett Coker an earful I am sure that Coker was probably Davy's defender, and he let Davy cut back door and slam it home for the two-handed slamma-jamma. 56-54 is the score in favor of the Spartans, but the Cardinals will have the ball when we come back after this. All right, the timeout is over. Both teams are back out onto the court, and we're ready to play the final 6 minutes and 37 seconds, or what could be the final 6 minutes and 37 seconds. The way this game's going right now, we very may well be headed for some overtime basketball. And an inbounds play. The eyes were a little bit too big for Montague Wright. He saw the opportunity to find Moody with the inbounds alley-oop, but not a very accurate pass. But luckily, the Cardinals were able to run it down. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get a shot off. Harry pulls it behind. Tried to pass it up to Coker, who is in the middle of the paint. Probably wasn't the right idea there, as there was only a second left on the shot clock. And that probably would have been a shot clock violation if Coker would have caught it. But Ezekiel Sloan of the Spartans bails the Cardinals out with the ticky-tack foul. And now the Cardinals are on the line shooting the 1-and-1. Or excuse me, shooting the double bonus. So they'll shoot 2 foul shots, even though Coker missed that first one. Coker makes the second one after missing the first one, so he makes it a 1-point game, but it really should be tied. Randolph into the lane, gets it blocked from behind. What a block. I didn't see who had it. Harry and Moody were there, but one of them with the LeBron James-esque block from behind. Edwin Lopez, he's playing big minutes for the Spartans here off the bench. He doesn't have a lot of points to show for it, but he has set his team up with excellent passing all game long off the bench. And Randolph misses, or excuse me, Goff misses the opportunity, and a missed dunk by Moody. Oh, what a play by the Spartans. First they get the block from behind. Moody had an opportunity on the putback, but he misses. SportsCenter's not top 10 plays right there. Ezekiel Sloan finds Davy. Davy, Burke, long three, no good off the front of the rim. He's been watching a little bit too much Steph Curry highlights. Gibson puts the brakes on, passes it into the middle, has it stolen from him by Davy. Sloppy play there by Gibson. That's something we haven't seen here in this mixer. Gibson has been usually pretty good controlling the ball for the Cardinals. Lopez, dribble handoff to Burke. Burke, pull up three, off the end of the iron. It's a tale of two halves for Burke. Burke was on fire from three in the first half. He is struggling from three here in the second half, but luckily his team has bailed him out as some of his teammates have started to pick up some of the scoring load. But if the Spartans want to hold on to this 1-point lead, they need number 5 Jarrell Burke to get back in the scoring zone. Everett Coker will go to the line. He has struggled from the line here in this game. Interesting, Jarrell Burke going over to his coach, Brennan McCarthy, getting a little bit, maybe some words of encouragement or maybe some tips or pointers on what McCarthy has seen from the bench. So Coker misses the first, so he can't take the lead, but he'll have an opportunity to tie it up, and he does just that. So Coker, he's gone to the line 4 times now. He's gone to the line back-to-back possessions, and he's only made 2 each time. He's only made 1 each time. He should have 4 straight points, but instead he's only got 2. Burke, nice move, behind the back dribble, gets into the paint, goes right into the body, and a great charge picked up by Eddie Harry. And Burke may have been a little bit too aggressive there getting into the painted area. He had teammates around him once he got into the lane and drew the contact. He should have kicked it out to one of his teammates, but instead he went right into the body of Eddie Harry, and Harry got the charge call. Gibson, opportunity to take the lead. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. He's frustrated at himself that he wasn't able to make good on that shot. But regardless, this is a Cardinals opportunity to take the lead, and this will be the first time the Cardinals have had the lead since early in the first half. Gibson makes good on the first. Let's see what he's got on the second. Substitutions coming into the game. Jones and Hinton Gray of the Spartans. So now the starting lineup for the Spartans is back into the game. And Gibson makes good on both. It's a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. The Cardinals 58, the Spartans 56. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. Burke directing traffic, finds Jones with the pass. Jones over to Sloan. Sloan takes the pick from Hinton Gray. Sloan into the painted area, picks up his dribble, puts it off. They wave the basket off, so it wouldn't have counted even if it went in. So the foul was before the act of shooting, but because the Cardinals are in the double bonus, Sloan will go to the line for 2 shots. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left, and it's a 2-point game. Sloan has an opportunity to tie it up here if he can make his second foul shot. Sloan makes both pressure free throws, but he's got ice in his veins. 58 all is the score with just over 4 minutes left. Gibson taking his time. He's going to be met at half court by Jones. Gibson to Harry. Montague Wright into the lane, over to Coker. Coker for 3 off the end of the iron, but Wright gets the rebound. Wright spin, takes the contact, no good. Moody with the putback, he's no good. Hinton Gray with the rebound, and he gets called for the travel. Hinton Gray really lost his composure there. He had a couple black jerseys around him. He started swinging the shoulders, even extended the arm in a pushing motion. But he's not called for any of that. Instead, he's called for the travel. Harry takes the pass on the inbounds. He can't control it, but Coker gets the loose ball. And they'll restart this possession with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Gibson almost has it stolen away from him. Going right at Jones. Gets past him. Floater in the lane. No good. Moody misses the putback dunk. And here's Jones. Jones, he has the ball stolen from him by the great defense from Montague Wright. Man, this is an exciting game. And a timeout taken by the Cardinals. 58 all is still the score. 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. What a second half performance by the Cardinals. They came into the second half down double digits, and now they're tied up with just over 3 minutes left in the game. A timeout taken on the floor. We'll take one too. We'll be back after this. Burke, or excuse me, Montague Wright with the inbound over to Gibson. Gibson back to Wright, over to Coker. Coker into the lane, puts up the floater. That's been his shot. But Eddie Harry was there for the putback. Little touch. You get into the painted area, draw the defense on you. Good things usually happen. Burke into the lane, no good. But one of his teammates kicks it back to Jones with the long rebound. Jones over to Kelman. Kelman looking for somebody to pass to, finds Hinton Gray. Hinton Gray over to Jones. Jones unleashes a three. Oh, so close, but no good. Coker with the rebound. And the Cardinals need to slow things down, take their time, and get baskets. A 2-point lead is not a safe one here in this game. Harry for three, just off the front of the rim, but Coker with the rebound, and he's blocked by Hinton Gray. Gray's got to call a timeout or find a teammate. He does. Gibson with the foul on Jones. That is Gibson's fourth foul of the game, so Gibson has to be extra careful as he plays the rest of this game. One foul away from being ejected. 60-58 in favor of the Cardinals. But here is Perez Jones with an opportunity to tie this game up at 60 apiece. Hinton Gray, I'd hate to think where this team would be without his defensive effort. He has played big minutes in this game for his team and hasn't got a lot of scoring to show for it, but has a couple big blocks. Kelman gets the rebound, and he can't finish it, but he is fouled, so he will go to the line and try to do what Jones was unable to. Jones missed both foul shots. Kelman has an opportunity for 2 foul shots and to tie the game up. Kelman off the front of the iron, no good. Far cry from the story in the first half. The first half, the Spartans were the team making the foul shots and the Cardinals were the team missing it. It's been reversed here in the second half. The Cardinals are making the foul shots and the Spartans are the one missing it, and the scoreboard reflects it. Kelman misses that, and he's called for the lane violation. He knew he missed it, tried to get his own rebound. 4 foul shots on that possession for the Spartans. 0 makes. It's still a 2-point game with 2 minutes left. Gibson over to Wright. Wright takes a look at the shot clock, wants to see what he's got. Moody down low to Page. Page spins, and Kelman gets the rebound. Sloan over to Jones. The Spartans need a basket on this possession. Burke. It's past Gibson into the painted area. Over to Sloan for 3. Good! The Spartans are back into the lead. 61-60 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Right. Pull up 3. No good. He tried to retaliate with one of his own. You usually don't want to go 3 for 3, especially in a 1-point game with 1 minute left. Coker goes right at his defender, steps back, finds Wright. Wright. There's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. The Cardinals need to get something going. Wright has the shot blocked. Here comes Burke and the Spartans. Burke takes a step back, and he needs to slow things down. He's got the lead. Don't rush it. You need a basket on this possession. McCarthy, head coach McCarthy, calls out the play from the sideline. Jones, dribble handoff to Burke. Burke now needs to get things going with only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jones puts it up. Long 3 is no good. And it won't be a shot clock violation since they were able to get the shot off, or the Cardinals were able to get the rebound before the shot clock went off. The Cardinals have an opportunity for the game-winning shot here with 26.8 seconds left. They will hold for the last shot. We could be witnessing history in the making here, and we'll take a timeout as the two teams want to talk things over. 22 seconds away from the final whistle, and the score is 61-60. I've never seen a game-winning shot here, but we may see one here. We'll take a timeout with the two teams and be back right after this. All right, and the two teams are back out onto the field, or excuse me, the court. We got 22 seconds left in the game. The shot clock has been turned off, so the Cardinals can hold for the final shot. You want to take that shot, though, with at least 2-3 seconds, just in case you have a rebound opportunity. Gibson calls out the play, goes right at Jones. Step back, three, no good off the front of the rim. But the Cardinals get their own rebound. 10 seconds left, and Gibson steps on the out-of-bounds line. Oh, my goodness. Wow, what a turn of events. Gibson gets his own rebound, or the Cardinals get their own rebound. Gibson gets the ball, and he steps on the out-of-bounds line. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words right now. You work so hard to get back in and to possibly lose the game on such a ticky-tack play like stepping on the out-of-bounds line. I mean, that's going to keep Gibson up at night. You have to be aware of where you are on the court at all times, and especially when there's 11 seconds left in the game. Gibson's going to hear an earful from his head coach, Great White, after the game. And it's disappointing for Gibson to be the player to make that mistake for the Cardinals, since he has been the player that has kept the Cardinals in this game. But regardless, since it was only a 1-point game, even if Burke makes both of these foul shots, the Cardinals will still have an opportunity to tie the game up with a three-pointer. And they have one timeout left, and they will take it. The score is 63-60, 9.3 seconds left on the clock. It won't be a miracle, but it would be something special if the Cardinals were able to tie this game up. It's only a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. What an afternoon of basketball we've had. We encourage everyone to stick around for game 2 of our doubleheader between the CCBC Dundalk Lions and the Mercer Community College Vikings. I will not be on the call for that game, but my replacement is more than professional. So 9.3 seconds left on the clock after this timeout is over. And the Cardinals need a 3, and they will be going home 1-1 from this weekend. So both teams are back out onto the court. There's 5 on the court for the Cardinals. Montague Wright, Eddie Harry, Jordan Tucker, Everett Coker, and Keandre Gibson. Gibson lets it roll for a minute, now picks it up. He's got 5 seconds right in the corner for 3. No good! And that'll be all she wrote as they foul with 1.6 seconds left. But there won't be enough time to try and get back into this game. That'll be all she wrote. Wright had the three in the corner, had an opportunity to tie the game up. And those are the moments you dream about as a basketball player. And I know Wright will be thinking about that a couple times tonight. He had an opportunity, and he missed it. Luckily for the Cardinals, Hinton Gray has really struggled from the line in this. So if he misses this second opportunity, there's still hope for the long heave. Now, we've seen crazier things happen in the sport of basketball. You remember that NCAA final all those years ago between Butler University and Duke, where Gordon Haywood was only inches away from finishing that play. And the referee's trying to figure it out. And he missed both foul shots, so the Cardinals still alive. I don't know how many extra chances you can get to tie a game up or take the lead with 15 seconds left. This has just been an incredible final 1 minute of the game. So 0.6 seconds left on the clock. It'll take a Derek Fisher-esque play for the Cardinals to tie this game up. But hey, I was a kid and I remember watching that game with my dad. And ever since I seen that, anything is possible. I won't count the Cardinals out, but I will say the fat lady is behind me starting to warm up those pipes. So it'll be a mini miracle for the Cardinals to get back into this game. The timeout on the floor. We're waiting for the two teams to get back out onto the floor so we can play the final 0.6 seconds and see if the Cardinals have a little mini miracle in their back pocket. Watch out for, you remember a couple of years ago, or almost 10 years now, the Eastern Conference Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. LeBron with the play at the top of the key where he hit the game-winning three to force a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. That could be the play here for the Cardinals, but actually it won't be, because they won't be able to take the ball on the side. So this three-point opportunity for the Cardinals just got a heck of a lot harder, but they'll have an extra 0.3 seconds as they go from 0.6 seconds to 0.9 seconds. Gibson. Shot, oh, so close. And the Gordon Hayward play almost comes through for Keandre Gibson and the Catonsville Cardinals. The final score in game one of our doubleheader: Northampton Community College Spartans 63, CCBC Catonsville Cardinals 60. I'm Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth. Want to encourage you to stick around for our after-game interviews and stick around for game two of the doubleheader.